wonder what we do as a PR firm at the racetrack? Why it seems like we're running all over the place and we're busy all night just to write a simple little press release on Monday? Well, this week while we're out here in Knoxville, we're going to take you along so we can show you what our night consists of, how we gather content, keep up to date with the stories, manage team social media, and all kinds of things. Are you ready? Let's go. My first stop every afternoon when I get to the track is the media center. That's where I work on the press releases, clean up my notes, charge my equipment, and make a plan for the night so I can be sure to capture the content that I want and follow the storylines that I need to. Whoa, hang on a second. Sorry to interrupt, but there's something I forgot to tell you. PR takes a lot of work. PR takes a lot of time you don't have as a race team. I'm sure that you get a chance once a week to post your schedule and maybe you list all your sponsors, but that's not enough to get it done. It's not enough to give them the advertising they deserve for the investment they've made in you. It's not going to be enough to keep them happy. You've got to do more for marketing partners these days. You're also not going to grow your fan base by a simple schedule post. You've got to create other content. You've got to keep people up to date regularly. You've got to engage people in your story. That's what we do. I think this video will show you that all of that time we spend for you, so you don't have to run around doing all this crazy work, will pay dividends. We'll do all the work for you. We'll run around, gather content, put up posts, promote you, promote your partners. We'll take care of it, so you don't have to. Now, back to the video that shows you how we do that. Well, it is 5:15. Time to head out of the media center and start to look at getting across the track to the inside. At this time of day, I'm usually looking at the order of events that's been posted for the night, and then when they close registration, I'll take a look at the car counts and where my drivers will be going out for qualifying, whether it's time trials or heats that particular night, and starting to make notes about that. To do that, I use an app on my phone to record audio notes, and it is capable of transcribing those into social media posts directly, or just sending them to my computer later for drafting press releases. Here in Knoxville, there's no tunnel, so we got to go down and wait for our opportunity to cross over the track at the turn 4 gate. PR has two primary purposes. One is to promote the driver and team's marketing partners and give them back advertising value for their investment in the team. And the other reason is to promote the driver and team themselves and build a professional image. One of the things you got to know if you're doing what I do is where to get information. And over here at this tower that they have along the front line of pit row, they have a board over here where they post the lineups like most tracks do at pit shacks and so on. It is very important to show the partner's logo on the car when capturing content. So pit content is a really good option because the car isn't moving, allowing you to show really good close-ups of the logos. When I'm in the pits this early, the reason is to stop by and visit with my clients and just chat, typically about nothing in particular, but sometimes thoughts about changes they've made that week, things they've fixed, or things like that that I want to keep up on. The other part of the time, I stop by to visit people I know, maybe people I've done work for in the past or would like to in the future, and chat and build up relationships and just have conversations that eventually might lead to working together. One of the other things that's important if you're at an unfamiliar track, somewhere you've never been before, and what I do is if I'm going to be trying to capture some content for social media posts for a team, a photo, a video, something quick that I don't need necessarily a high-end camera for, and I'm just going to capture with my phone, I got to get familiar with where I'm allowed to be around the inside of the track and where I want to be within those limitations. Looking for the best angles and views for photos and video, maybe an opening like this. Now typically, that way it's unobstructed, no fence. Typically they won't let you stand right near the opening, of course, but if you can shoot at an angle through it, that can work as well. Those are the kind of things that I'm thinking about and trying to figure out so that when it comes time, I know where I want to go. And early in the evening I might go to one end of the track because of the sun's angle, and then for variety and because of the sunlight or glare, I might go to a different part of the track the next night. This right here is great because there's no chain link fence, so like even if I stand back, I can get a wide shot of the car going by. So this is a good spot in turn 2 here at Knoxville, plus you've got the backdrop of the museum, the Hall of Fame. So those are some of the things, and it can take some time on a half mile to scout those out. So I always allow a little extra time when it's the first time somewhere. Now of course this isn't my first time at Knoxville. I know where I need to be, but every year things can tend to change. Last year they implemented some new barriers, so I still tend to do these walks at places that I don't visit on a weekly basis.
So tonight we'll do hot laps and time trials out the front, push off out there, then we come back to staging to do everything else. Right after time trials, don't forget to go to the scales. We don't yell on there to go to the scales all the time, we just expect you to remember that. We only go to the scales twice tonight, time trials and after the A main. Time trials will be 2 cars for 2 laps.
One really important part of the night for me is attending the driver's meeting so that I can hear the procedures, rules, and format for the night to make sure that anything I describe in a press release or a social media post is accurate.
That's why we try to get everybody to push together so we don't have people burning fuel out there and other ones sitting here in the pits burning none. You get 2 grace laps for this race. We did it through the 360 Nationals. This is a Knoxville race. We only do it for flat tires. We've decided to go ahead and just keep doing it so nobody gets screwed up next week. 2 grace laps in the first half of the heats in the feature.
So the driver's meeting is complete, and now it's time for me to check lineups and start making notes for the night. So I go to my handy dandy My Race Pass app and find Knoxville Raceway's live timing and go into lineups, and I can see we've got 82 cars here tonight, and I can go into the qualifying lineups to see when Kyle Reinhardt hits the track. I've already taken a peek, so I know he's in Group 2, and he's the 37th car out. A little late, not a great draw, but we'll see what he can make out of it. So once I have that information, I go to my audio pen app and I just speak into it instead of trying to type, and it summarizes the information I give it really neatly that I can copy and paste it into a social media post. Pretty slick, but you have to be efficient because you can't be staring down at your phone and typing while you're in the pits and there's so much going on. So apps like AudioPen not only make it easier, but it's safer. During the evening, I also capture vertical video clips that I splice together to make highlight reels showing all of my clients who are racing at a particular track, and I throw that up on my Instagram reels and Facebook reels. It helps promote my social media channels while promoting my clients at the same time. All right, qualifying is over, so now got to head down to the tower and find out what the heat lineups are so we know where Kyle is starting. To capture content, we use an iPhone, a 360 camera, wireless microphones, selfie sticks, gimbals, whatever it takes to keep the content varied and fresh. You always want to mix it up and use different things to keep people's attention. Social media posts can't always look the same, or people start to tune them out. So we try to keep everything fresh and varied. We use a variety of apps on the phone to splice clips together or put effects on photos if need be. Stuff to keep it interesting. All right, well, the heat races are over. This is a point where I would go to the pit and kind of be a fly on the wall, hang around, not ask any questions, but just kind of see what's going on with them, what they think is wrong with the car, why they've been off tonight, and what they're going to try to learn in the remaining laps they have tonight to get better before their Nationals qualifying night on Thursday. So now that I know that Kyle's going to be in the B main, that leads me to want to go get in position to watch that race, because that's coming up soon. And I need to watch every time he's on the track, heat races, B mains, A mains, whatever it is, because I have to know what happens on the track in case it comes into play to describe it in a press release or a social media post. If he tries the high line for a while, then moves to the low line and it works and he makes a move, that's all action that should be described. So you're kind of watching for noteworthy things like that, lane changes or interaction, maybe encounter with another driver, contact, maybe how he's attacking the car in front of him to work his way around them. Things like that can make for part of the material in a press release or a social media post, or whatever kind of race recap we're doing. On to turn 2 to watch this race. Well, Kyle charged from 16th to 7th at one point, then faded a couple spots. So, bottom line, my job was after the race to go talk to him and the crew a little bit, get a feel for how they felt their night went, even though they didn't make the show. Everybody felt pretty good about the progress they made and where they'll be with the car to start out their qualifying night Thursday. So typical night. At the end of the night, just go debrief with the team a little bit and get an understanding of their feelings about the night. In some cases, though, I don't do it right after the race. It's a phone call a day or two later, just depending on the situation. Well, there you have it. That's kind of what it's like on a race night for us. Along with everything like this that we do at the track to take care of our clients, we provide a lot of other stuff away from the track. Infographics, marketing materials. We stay on top of industry trends for marketing, go to seminars, trade shows like PRI, big events, constantly building our knowledge up to try and help our clients. So hopefully this gave you a little bit of an idea of what we do, and the fact that we personalize it, we put a little effort into it, and try to do everything to make it a success for our clients and their marketing partners. Thanks for watching.